All right, listen, okay? Before you say it, I know this is like the third, fourth, 10th podcast that I've tried to do. I know. I'm sorry, okay? I want this one to stick. This one's gonna stick. All right, this one's just me. I'm not getting it. I mean, this one's just gonna be me. It's gonna be things that I'm interested in. It's gonna be games that I'm interested in. It's gonna be any sort of tech stuff that I'm interested in. It's gonna be any sort of dramas that I'm interested in. Twitch shit that I'm interested in. Excuse my language. All right, I'm gonna try not to cuss, but just so you're aware, this podcast, I'm gonna probably let my hair down a little bit. All right, this is kind of my I need something like this. Think of this as like my my weekly journal, my audio journal. All right, and if you're interested in listening to my audio journal or my feelings on things, this is gonna be I'm gonna treat this like a little bit of a punching bag. All right, I'm not gonna be overly negative or anything like that, but you know, this is me. This is my project. I really like this. I have a feeling this is going to be really good for me. So you might be asking yourself, like, what's going to be in this podcast then, you know, like, Bruce, why are you doing this? This is something people have been, you know, talking to me privately or bringing up the suggestion of doing a podcast for a long time now. And it's something I've always wanted to do. They're not hard for me to do. I can record them a couple of times a week before I go live. It's 10 in the morning now on a Friday. And I think it's good to put out meaningful content. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Do I expect it to be wildly popular? No. If one person listens to this, then I'm stoked. All right. So if you're that one person out there listening to this, thank you. If you're using this as, like, I don't know, something to listen to while you're getting ready in the morning, awesome. Thank you very, very much. If you're listening to me on your car ride to work, dude, hell yeah. You might hear my dog back there. Riley's kind of the mascot of my community. So, yeah, if you're finding me on via like iTunes or some other podcast directory, my name is BruceCooper. I stream full-time on Twitch. I've been full-time on Twitch for 2 years now. Streaming is my job. It's my career. It's something I'm extremely passionate about. I essentially quit my job to play video games. I have a little bit of an interesting story in that case, or in that regard. You know, I think what I do is a little different than what most people do. But you know, it's awesome that the industry is growing every day. More and more people are able to make the transition over to full-time content creation. I think it's really, really awesome. And it's something that, you know, if I can help you or if I could provide you some sort of an insight on, you know, kind of what my life is like, then hell yeah, man. Like that's awesome. And I'm happy to do it. It's not all, you know, rainbows and giggles either. A lot of hard work and stress goes into this. And, you know, but I feel like I could always be working harder and improving. Yeah. So we'll talk, I want to take questions at the end of every episode. I have a little thing that you can fill out to anonymously ask questions, and I'm happy to answer them. Nothing's really off limits in terms of, you know, personal information and stuff. Obviously, don't be a weirdo. Don't be a creepo. You know, don't be a little chicken leg and try to, you know, sneak your way into my life like that. Like, just be normal. Just be a normal human being. All right. Yeah, I'm going to kind of do like a hype check at the beginning of each one of these. Anything that I'm excited for game wise, anything I'm excited for, like tech wise. Just when I say tech, I want to be very explicitly clear that I'm not talking about like the newest iPhone or you know, maybe not even necessarily like the newest console. I'm really into like the more, I don't want to use the word niche, but like kind of underground. There's a whole, companies are making products out there that I think are awesome, and that I've never heard of, and I'm stumbling across them almost daily, whether it's on Instagram or whether it's, through a random YouTube video that I'm finding. There's just some really cool stuff out there that I want to bring light to. I think that are awesome. Maybe possibly review. There's just a lot of cool stuff out there. There's just whole industry of just awesome little gadgets and tech stuff out there. So I want to talk about that. Things that I'm really hyped on. Finding new stuff every day. Regarding like Twitch, I think it's important too. I've been streaming on Twitch for like 4 years, almost 5 years now. And I have some, I think it's important to talk about Twitch news and streaming news and things happening in that area of that space, I guess. Big one like Shroud moving to Mixer. I have opinions on that. I think there's things that I'd like to say regarding stuff like that, and I think this is a cool medium for it. These are my opinions. This is my take on the world, I guess. Like I said, in the form of like a journal. Okay, it's a freaking journal for it's a punching bag for me. You guys are gonna be, this is gonna be my punching bag. I just let it all out. I think it's also good to talk about the streams this week. I'm learning things about myself every time I go live, things that work, things that didn't work for me. I got some things that, so I'd like to throw in like a weekly recap of kind of how my streams were. I know that'll be hard to do on Monday, because Monday, I don't stream on Sunday or Monday, but Monday might be, we'll just have to see. I might have to fill Monday up with some something different. And that kind of brings up the last part of the podcast. What did I learn this week? I think that's important to talk about. Like, I think it's, if I'm not learning in this career or in this area or in life, really, if I'm not learning, then what a waste. I think it's, I think learning, regardless of what you do, I think learning is what keeps things exciting. Not my last job, but the job that I had for the longest, career job, it paid well. It was easy. A lot of sitting behind a computer on the internet, listening to music. It was not, I didn't learn anything. I stopped learning there after like a year, and I was there for another 3 or so. I don't know. It was just, every day just felt like a puddle of mush. And there was nothing solid about any of it. And I think, I don't want it. I kind of made a vow to myself to never allow myself to get in a situation where I'm not learning, because man, life is just so freaking boring if you're not learning stuff, So I think that's going to be a really important thing that that I bring up, kind of what did I learn this week? And if I can learn something, maybe somebody out there will take what I say and learn something from it too. Like I said, I'm not expecting anything from this podcast at all, other than to just, put myself out there in a different way. It's scary, it's scary, like doing a new project. I've done so many freaking projects, and a lot of projects I didn't follow through with, but I plan on still following through with them, and this is just one of those things. Like, I should be filling every day that I can with content, and I don't know, man. Like, I want to be, I have a vision for myself, as to what I want to be doing with my with my life. And this is one of those things. When I look at my life up in the sky, all right, and I see a picture of myself, I want it to say streamer, and then next to it, podcasts, and then vlogger, and chef, and handsome, and animal lover, and husband, and brother, and son. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, I don't know, man. I keep saying man as if I'm talking to one individual person. If you're a lady out there, I am sorry. All right, I use words like man and dude and bro, and I'm sorry. Okay, I'm talking to just the whole group, not just anyway. Yeah. So that's kind of this podcast is something that I'm really excited about, but. That segues me well into the next section here. If there is anything at all that you want in this, I don't care who you are. You don't have to know me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to do any of that. If there's anything that you want in this podcast, have you ever just been riding in your car and gone, man, I wish there was a podcast about this? This is your opportunity to tell somebody who's making a podcast what you want in a podcast. If it's ridiculous, chances are I'm not going to be doing blender reviews. I'm not going to go out and buy every new blender and throw a banana in it and tell you if it purees or not. But if you're like, I've always wanted somebody to talk about headphones or something. I can do some research on some headphones and give you my opinion on it, or so yeah, that please give me some feedback. Shoot me an email, hi@brucecooper.tv. You can go to brucecooper.tv/feedback, or you could shoot me a DM. You can twitter.com/BruceCooperTV, twitch.tv/BruceCooper. Just DM me, shoot me something, just anything. You could say, I wish with this podcast, it would be cool if you could upload it to I don't know, whatever, a podcast service, and I'll do anything. I'm willing to take any feedback. I'm always open to feedback, constructive, negative, positive. Please hit me with it. And yeah, in that kind of that same sort of umbrella too, I would love to do kind of maybe weekly Q&As. Hey Bruce, what did you think of this game? Hey Bruce, I found this Pokemon toy on Instagram. What do you think of it? Hey Bruce, how the hell is your hair so gray and you're 32 years old? You know what I mean? Like there's just, please hit me with questions. Nothing's off limits. I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh. I'm not going to tell you how much money I, spend at the grocery store. I'm not going to get into anything super personal. I mean, if you really want to know how much I weigh, I'm a big guy. All right. I can tell you, I'm working on it. I've been trying this thing called Noom. It's pretty neat. It's pretty interesting. I'm on like a free trial right now. It's really expensive, so I doubt I'm going to go after I doubt I'm going to sign up for it after the free trial, but I learned something on it. Check it out. Noom. Anyway, yeah, nothing's really off limits on the Q&A. So please hit me with some Q's and some A's, and I will hit me with some Q's and I'll drop some A's, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm fidgeting with this pen right now. Can you hear it? Oh, wow, that's really annoying. I can see the waveform like spiking. It's not looking good. I should be getting a new mic today. I'm going the Shure SM7B route. I've had one before. I sold it, but I'm going to do something kind of different with this one. My setup is really kind of interesting. I have a streaming PC and a gaming PC. If you don't know kind of what that setup is, basically my streaming PC has what's called a capture card in it. And the capture card captures my gaming PC. So anything that I do on my gaming PC gets captured by my streaming PC. So you might be asking yourself, like, what the hell, man? That seems absolutely overkill. And to be truthful, it is. But when you stream on Twitch, so much of what you have to fight with is your, I use a program called Open Broadcast Software, Open Broadcast Studio. I can't remember. It's OBS is what it's called. And with OBS, you have to configure it in a way where it's optimized for your machine. So you want to push your computer to output the absolute best quality stream that you can to Twitch, right? Or YouTube or anything else. Any other live streaming service, Mixer. And with this gaming PC, I don't have to adjust. So like, let's say I'm playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, okay? No, that's a bad example. Let's say I'm playing World of Warcraft. That doesn't use a lot of computer specs, so I can really crank my OBS way up. Well, let's say I load up Call of Duty that uses a lot of computer power. OBS will then chug along and you'll get dropped frames, and that's when you're on a single gaming PC. With me, I don't have to configure anything anymore. Any game that I play, I know I can play it at the absolute maximum quality settings, and my streaming computer is optimized for any game that I play because its only job is to capture the game and my gaming computer and output that to Twitch. So it works out really well. Man, I went on a tangent there. I apologize. So yeah, so my gaming computer, my streaming computer, my microphone runs into a piece of hardware called the Go XLR. The Go XLR allows me to do things like beep my words. It allows me to apply like echoes allows me to do all sorts of weird things with my voice. Allows me to turn my voice off. Allows me to like load up music. I can adjust my line in, my game audio volume, my alerts, that sort of thing. But what I'm going to be trying next is, instead of running my microphone just directly into the Go XLR, the mixer, I'm going to run my microphone into a different mixer and an analog compressor, and then I'm going to run that into the Go XLR so that and then basically flat EQ, just make my voice as I'm going to be able to have more control over fine tuning the EQ of my voice. Which is either going to go terribly wrong or it's going to go really, really awesome. We shall see. So yeah, man, that like I said, I had to turn into a tangent. I apologize, but that's kind of what I'll be working on this weekend or today. Just as soon as that microphone gets delivered. I didn't do that with the last one that I got. So the last time I bought this microphone. So hopefully this will be different. If I just can't get it to sound the way I want it, I will be returning it. This mic I'm using right now, it pops and hisses, and it's just so sensitive. And I'm somebody who fidgets way too much. So I want a mic that I can handle and not have, like if I move, you guys hear everything, I don't want that. I want something that I can move around and that isn't so sensitive, I guess. Some audio engineer out there is going to hear this and probably face palm so hard, because there's probably a solution that's a lot cheaper, but whatever. So yeah, that'll be coming in the mail today. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to make it sound good. Yeah. next week, so I'd like to put another one of these podcasts out on Monday. So this is a little bit, this is some personal stuff. My mother is having an open heart surgery on Tuesday. Most of you know this already. She's needed it for a long time, so we're just going to get it over and done with. That is happening on Tuesday. So I obviously will not be streaming on Tuesday. I believe everyone's going back to work on Wednesday. So streams will return to normal on Wednesday next week. They should. She's going to be in the hospital for a week and a half, and she's going to have everything she could possibly need. I'll go and visit her before the streams every week. So yeah, she'll be in there, or I'll be back to working on Wednesday. I should be able to release a podcast hopefully on Monday. I'd really like to stick to the Moday-Friday thing. If there's just not enough content to fill up, one of these things every week, then I might, or twice a week, I might just do one once a week. Another thing I was thinking about is, should I try to get people on? Like, should I try to bring other streamers on and we can just chat? Would that be, I don't know. Who do you want to be? If you're listening to this, do you want to be on my podcast? Do you want to be on my podcast? I'm sure I can get some of my streamer friends to be on it if they want. Yeah. What else was I going to talk about? This is kind of just the introductory episode. I don't expect this to be a very long one. It was just something that I wanted to get out there, throw out there into the internets, to give you kind of a little bit of an idea of what these things are going to look like. I guess it's Friday, so I guess I can talk about game, why don't I'll give it a shot right now. So this week was I've been playing No Man's Sky for like 4 months, every day for 4 months. And this is the first week, honestly, since the Beyond update in No Man's Sky. Beyond is the update to No Man's Sky that came out back in July. This is the first time that I have actually been like, I don't know what to do in this game right now. And it's made it extremely hard to stream. I will always be a massive No Man's Sky fan. I will always love the game. But fuck, man. Like, I just cannot. I need something. I need some content, Hello Games. I love your game. I'll always be a fan. I'm not dogging on the game, but I'm right at 1,000 hours, and I might just need a little break from No Man's Sky, guys. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. At my core, what I'm finding about myself is that, so Twitch is a weird beast. A lot of times variety broadcasters on Twitch. And if you're not familiar with what a variety broadcaster is, it's somebody who doesn't play the same game all the time. Variety broadcasters on Twitch, it's extremely hard to grow an audience that way. The best, most optimized way, it seems like, on Twitch is to find a game that's got, that isn't at the top of the directory, a game that's got a solid fan base, and try to work on becoming like the king or queen of that game. And that has without like kind of tooting my own horn or whatever, I've kind of been, I've kind of streamed a lot of No Man's Sky, and I've built a lot of my community around No Man's Sky. And I think what's scary for a lot of people, myself included, is if you play something else, no one's going to want to watch you anymore. And it's probably really foolish of me to play something else because I am extremely close to getting partnered on Twitch. I've been denied 3 times at this point. I will continue to be denied. I do not think that right now, I do not think that I will be a Twitch partner. I think that I need to continue streaming, and I need to work on you know, I don't know. I don't know how I don't know how to make, you know, but Twitch partnership, it's become very apparent to me that while it is an amazing thing to have happen, and it's obviously a dream for me and a lot of other people, nothing will change, right? I am extremely lucky and happy with where I am. I think once you get close to something like partnership on Twitch, it becomes an obsession, and I'm just kind of done obsessing over it. Right? Like no one wants to watch me obsess over something like this. So I took like a week off where I really took a step back and looked at my Twitch life and what I want it to look like. And what I learned is that it's good to have goals, but I'm never going to be able to obtain those goals if I don't keep my own sanity. And what I mean by that is I have to create the content that I would want to watch. And what I want to watch, what I want to, you know, I think sci-fi games, I think games that are, you know, involving space, I think playing games that I'm interested in is the key for me. And if that never includes a Twitch partnership, then that's fine. But as long as I can continue to maintain my growth and my happiness, and as long as I can continue to pay my bills, you know, that's important. And as long as I continue to build a community of people who are just looking for an escape from their day, that is the most important thing for me. I didn't start streaming on Twitch to be full-time. I didn't start streaming on Twitch to get partnered. I didn't start streaming on Twitch. The only reason I ever started streaming on Twitch was to create, I'll be honest. I started streaming on Twitch because I was too ashamed and had too much anxiety to go outside and interact with real face-to-face people. I became extremely I went from being, a normal size to overweight to very overweight. With that brought on a ton of depression. With that brought on a pretty severe drinking habit. It brought on me almost getting fired from my job because I was afraid to go because it was at a retail store that was extremely busy. It became me so ashamed of myself that I had a hard time going and getting the mail, let alone going to the store, let alone going to a movie or out to a restaurant. And thank God for my wife, Edith. She did not give up on me. When I was at my absolute lowest, she was there, and she didn't tell me that I was wrong for feeling that way. She didn't make me feel bad. She was the only thing in my life that I felt any sort of support from. So I owe her. We're married now, and I like to think that, you know, I'm getting better. Like I can go to movies. I go to TwitchCon. I go to the grocery store. I go shopping. I have a pretty normal life. I need to lose weight. I need to get healthy. It's a constant struggle. But man, I would probably be dead without Edith. So I don't mean to get emotional. Babe, I love you. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. I found Twitch when I was in that lowest stage, and Twitch gave me a way to connect with people who were like me. I love video games. I think everyone on Twitch does. And I didn't know how to make friends. I didn't know how to find common ground with people. I'd lost my way. And Twitch allowed me to find that. I found channels and communities where people didn't look at me. They just looked at what I was saying. And I found one of my good friends on there, Camino. I'm sure most of you know Camino. He was so nice to me right off the bat. And I really latched on to that. I found my friend Tased and Confused, one of my best friends for life. I found some, I started watching these streams of people who I looked up to, like Mr. Moon and Jam Jar and Mr. Blackout, Potato, Loyal Patriot. Like I found these guys I found these channels who'd created these communities that were just so like caring and awesome and friendly. And I really wanted to emulate that. I wanted to make my own, and that's the goal. That the goal. I can't be the only one in the world who has been at that down spot, and has been at that low point in their life and has needed an escape from that low point. Yeah, and Twitch, if I hadn't have found Twitch, I don't know where I'd be or if I'd even be here anymore, So just the fact that I'm given an opportunity every day to create an area or a community where somebody who was in the same situation as me can escape to. That's what this is all about for me. It's not about a check mark. It's not about, a bank account full of money. It's about just finding people and connecting with people who might be feeling that way. And probably the thing I'm the most proud about career-wise in my entire life is getting DMs of people who, my story is really connected with. And that for me will be something that I take with me for the rest of my days here. So thank you if you are one of those people, or thank you if you are even just listening to this, giving me a chance. There are nowadays, and it's just going to continue to grow, you have tons of options of people that you can listen to, people that you can follow, people that you can subscribe to, people that you can tip money to, or bits, or bits are like a Twitch currency. Yeah, there are so many areas that you could even spend. Your time is the most valuable thing that you have. Our life is A to Z, and then we're done. Every moment that we're here is a valuable time in our lives. And the fact that people spend 5-6 hours a day with me every day it just absolutely blows my mind. So the fact that you're even listening to this, or that you're giving me a chance, I cannot thank you enough. So thank you very, 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 very much. From the absolute bottom of my heart, thank you for giving me a chance. I'm going to end this podcast on that note. I know it's only like this one's only like a half an hour long. It wasn't even supposed to be this long. This is the introductory podcast. This is my story. This is what this is going to look like weekly. This is what I want it to look like. This is me begging for your questions during the Q&A. This is me begging for your feedback. Please send all feedback to hi@brucecooper.tv, or go to brucecooper.tv/feedback. There's going to be like a stream questionnaire in there. You can just answer that however you want. But then there's like a feedback section. It's 100% anonymous. It does not collect any information about you. I have no idea who fills those things out. So just that's a great way to do it. Shoot me a DM on Twitter. My DMs are always open to everyone. I will always, always, always keep them open. It might take me a little while to get back to you, but my DMs are always open to you. Twitter.tv/BruceCooperTV. I do not lock my DMs. Please message me if you have anything to say to me at all. Good, bad, ugly. I'm not going to take offense to your feedback or anything like that. You could just always DM me. If you need someone to talk to, if you need a shoulder to lean on, if you need something to, you need to spill your guts, just hit me up, all right? Door's always open. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I'm a friend. So just remember that. Thank you for everything. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you have a great weekend. We're going to be playing Outer Worlds tonight, twitch.tv/BruceCooper. Going to be giving that a shot. Tomorrow is our very first show Saturday, where I'm going to be playing 3 games. The votes are still out for that, so there's some games that are winning that I just not really. I don't know how it's going to work. If you don't know how our show Saturdays work, it's basically all week. You can add games to a list, and then the community votes for 3, and I play those 3 games on Saturday. Yeah, that's our show Saturday. It's gonna be fun. There's some good stuff in there. There's some also kind of scary stuff in there, so I don't really fare well with scary games. So yeah, get on over there, twitch.tv/BruceCooper. I'll be live tonight at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then on Saturday, we do our show Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to this. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope my rambling didn't scare you off. Have a great weekend. I will see you today and tomorrow. And then, yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday next week after my mom's thing. All right. I love you. Have a good night. Bye.